Adam. Princess, princess. Welcome to our little corner. As we getting things ready to really go into some serious works this day, alright? Tea is not done. Water always flowing. Lemon. Yeah. Taking a break off the lemon for just a little bit and then gonna hit it again. Sea moss getting ready to build. Got the bitters rolling too. Cleansing mode. You know. Blessed day, Monday, fasting prayer. Wednesday, fasting prayer. You know, moving through. You know. Give thanks for the moments. You know. Give thanks for the bingy sound. 1, 2 water. You know. Nice little sound feeling this morning. You know. Usually we'll be all white, you know. Pardon me. Yeah, you know, that early morning cleansing, you know. I have lots of work to do today, you know. So one of the things that I wanted to really focus on, you know, this day was on getting my paintings them set up and their frame and them framed, you know. Now before I get them framed, I have to get them measured. I've lost measurement, you know, on my paintings. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to be setting up my paintings and getting their measurements and then putting them on a spreadsheet so that I can have them all nicely organized, you know. Once each one of those paintings are organized and labeled and put as a work order, you know, and then that work order is going to go into the shop, and then the shop is going to then design the inner frame to put get the painting wrapped up on, you know, and then it's gonna focus on the outer frame, the ceiling, you know, frame of the painting, you know, and then from that, you know, we'll continue growing into the exhibiting of the painting itself. You know, so it's a process, and this is going to be my first time in many years setting this process together again. So I'm going to need patience. This is like the right beaming in everybody's eye. Oh yeah. Yeah, we have, you know, another painting, you know, that we've been working on a bit, you know, that is very dear to us too, you know. It's, Mama Africa concept, you know, and of course all of these are fluent, all works that are fluid right now, you know, all pieces that are moving through have their own life right now, you know, so you know, it's difficult to get words on it or any kind of I don't listen to any kind of criticism on my work, you know, while it's being built, while it's in process, you know. The end part is when everyone can say how it makes them feel, but in the process, unless it is a process that requires one's input in order to make it what it's supposed to be, then that's the art piece. Is the input of the people that changes what that piece becomes while it's in process. You know. Uh, so I give thanks for the moments as this process continues. Few minutes clips of the works that we're doing. I know the item would like to see that eagle and what that eagle was doing. That eagle is in a serious world right now. Literally too, so all these visions are wonderful, is what keep us, youth like, in a world of very adult like situations, huh? So we need to really be merciful with each other, my lad, and Empress, and know that God Kingdom requires this type of encouragement, this type of energy, Once this is a zealous, energy. We need zeal right now for God Kingdom. We need zeal for His work. We need zeal for His discipline, We need zeal for, the reconstruction of His kingdom, in full authority, because we have full authority to do our thing right now without no holds barred. We're the only ones holding ourselves back, and I'm not holding anybody back. Ideas that are upful and blessed and merciful and loving and kind and humble. Did I say humble already? Maybe. I don't know. Worth times twice and 3 times and 4, because humility is very important. I know I failed a lot in that department. As far as how I even sometimes express myself, it doesn't come across very humble. And I understand. I also understand that there's a certain edge that we all have to keep in this world in order to be taken serious. As a Rastafari nation, we haven't been taken serious at all, because generally, we haven't been taking ourselves serious to hold ourselves accountable for the positions that we've been given to take God's kingdom forward, because we are God's kingdom. We're His peculiar people, His people that He's called by a new name, Rastafari. And now it's our time to start showing what that means. I just give thanks for being alive in order to have the opportunity to show that in my, sometimes very unhumble, disobedient ways, but then I actually then humble myself too, and I become obedient to immediately, because if it wasn't so, I wouldn't be here. The Lord wouldn't have seen it right to keep me here. He knows that He has me here for a reason. My job was to figure it out. What's the reason? And so the reason is to humble, but to still be a warrior, a humble warrior, defend truths and rights, defend love and justice, And I've said it before, anyone who have done an unjust, act that feels I've defrauded you in any way, or made you feel less than, or, made you think less than about the order, about Rastafari, about, myself as a person, link me, because there is nothing right now that I can say, in my heart that's holding me from saying this. I have no bones in my closet. No bones in my closet. I clean my closet daily. So anyone feels sad that they have a bone they want to throw out, feel free, man, throw the bone out. Let's see how many come and throw on it. And bring the witnesses too. Let's go. Let's get this thing done right. Let's build God's kingdom. Let's see God's people. Let's put them in the office they belong, and let's push this thing forward the way it's supposed to be. There's a reason why our church is not with the Council of Churches. You know, there's a reason why we're not registered as a government and have sovereign status, you know, and there's a reason why these things are written, you know, within our letterhead, you know. We are a sovereign nation, you know, black kingdom, you know, and now as a government, you know, I think it'd be nice to see that, you know, and be able to give the people information on how they can be members of that, how they can partake of that, how they can know their leaders, how they can know how to contact them, you know, just like in any government, you know, that has accountability and people that have addresses, telephone numbers that you can reach, you know, as opposed to a paper saying something with no contact information where else you can get information, you know. That type of vagueness is not for a kingdom of God, you know. The intellectual property of God is all of us. Selassie, Jah, Ras Tafari. We are His intellectual property, you know. And the gathering of God's intellectual property is on the roll right now. All His children, His loved and His own, His precious jewels, you know. And this is the work we're on now, you know. A step-by-step work, you know. So we give thanks, honorable family, for this moment of thanksgiving and praises, you know, as we're going through, you know, a moment of development and revival, you know, and continuing of being upright within ourselves and taking time to be holy. And I know I'm behind with a lot of things that I said I want to do, you know, within this fullness, you know, and I'm not rushing it, you know. As an artist, I know, you know, the minute you rush the brush, you spoil the painting, you know. Then you have to come over it again and over it again, and then you have we'll take our time, write strokes, because we know there are different folks, different strokes, right? Again, you know, give thanks, my lords and empress, for all good things said and done. This is our little corner. We don't stay too long this day, you know, a little 13, 14, 15-minute break and start to take a little meditation off the edge. You know, let everybody know we're still here, that everything is, you know, flowing the way it should be, one step at a time, you know. Give thanks for such remembrance. We have elders like that, like, you know, Mama Rachel, solid foundation of this Congress, you know. Is the only living monarchy with us, you know, part of the Trinity, you know. Marcus, Emmanuel, Selassie, they all had empresses, and Empress Rachel is here with us still. We should give thanks, you know, and we should look after her. And all elders within our Congress and within our Rastafari community, you know, and all elders, you know, please, you know the way, you know, let us show that humility and that humbleness, you know, of ancient, of old, that the Father show us, you know, through His mercy and kindness, you know, and let us build back that ancient elders and young one relationship, you know, to take us home. Family, with those few words, you do give thanks, you know, and prosperity, guidance, and protection. And we'll continue. Continue and reading. Sounding nice, eh? You know, it coming nice, you know. We want all the prince and princesses to know it. This is the time for you to build. You know, building, you see the prince building, he got a lot of building to do still. You know, he knows that too. And he's confident in what he's building in, because he's feeling the growth, you know, as a tree planted by the rivers of water. You know, so let's continue being those trees, you know, and feeding our children that are by the rivers of waters, you know, because elders know the way, my lords and empress. Let us show the way, you know. Let them see what it feels like to be humble. When they see us humble, they need to know how to do it. A lot of our youths don't know how to humble, because we haven't taught them. Heart of love, family, you know, till such time. Selassie, Jah, Ras Tafari, Moambeh goddess, empresses, princes, and princesses, my lord.